I'd like to open this regular meeting of the Coralville City Council, December 27th, 2016, with roll call.
Councilmember Hoft. Present. Gross. Gill. Present. Dodds.
Present.
Goodrich.
Okay, we have 3 council members present, and council members Gross and Goodrich are out of town. We also have the city attorney, city administrator, city clerk, and city engineer, acting police chief, and finance director, and a member in the audience. That is everybody that's here. And someone, and our faithful person running the TV. So we all accounted for. Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Gill, seconded by Hoft. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Citizen comments. Are there any comments from the audience? Any written comments? Okay, moving on to number 5, which is Community Development Block Grant Housing Rehabilitation Program public hearing. Item A is a public hearing on an application to the Iowa Economic Development Authority for the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, Housing Rehab Program. This would be for $234,994 in CDBG dollars. That will be used to rehabilitate 6 owner-occupied homes if we are successful in receiving the funds. I'll open the public hearing. Are there any comments? Any written?
No written.
Okay. I will.
We do have something that will need to be read into the record.
Okay, I wondered if you were, I was just about ready to ask that, and I thought, well, maybe we'll get by with not having to do that.
Well, I'm Mark Culver. I'm with East Central Iowa Council of Governments. We are the ones putting together the application. I need to read through the kind of need be's for the program. It's just kind of a list of how we did things, how we do things. First one, how the need for the proposed activity or project was identified. The City of Coralville has determined that the Housing Rehabilitation Funding Assistance would be greatly beneficial in implementing its goal of maintaining a safe, livable, and affordable housing stock within the city. The city's most recent Community Development and Housing Needs Assessment shows that the city places a great deal of emphasis on the area's housing stock. Second one, how was the proposed activity or project will be funded and source of the funds? The owner-occupied housing rehabilitation project will be funded with $234,994 in federal funds and $24,000 in local matching funds. Third one, the date the housing fund application will be submitted. The application will be submitted by January 13th, 2017, 4:30 p.m. to the Iowa Economic Development Authority. Fourth one, amount of federal funds to be requested. The amount of federal funds to be requested is $234,994. The fifth one, estimated portion of federal funds that will benefit persons of low and moderate income. 100% of the funds will be benefit households with incomes at or below 80% of the area's median income level. Number 6, where the proposed activity or project will be. A target area for this program has been selected. The target area can be seen on the map provided, available by handout. This area was selected based on the overall age and condition of homes in the area. Number 7, plans to minimize displacement of persons and businesses as a result of funded activities or projects. Due to the lead hazard reduction activities required as a part of this program, money has been budgeted to assist homeowners who may be temporarily relocated from their homes as part of the project. The total amount budgeted for the overall program is $3,000, which includes daily stipend, moving expenses, and storage of property. The amount will be allocated as necessary for each rehabilitation project. Number 8, plans to assist persons actually displaced. Those homeowner occupants are required to be temporarily relocated will be asked to find housing that is lead safe in which to be relocated until the rehabilitation home has passed clearance testing. The city will pay up to 5 days of relocation expenses and reimburse the rest of the funds once the full amount of days out of the project home is known. If the homeowner is to enter the home during a period of relocation activity, funds will not be awarded or reimbursed. And the ninth and final, the nature of the proposed activity or project. This project will provide for the rehabilitation of 6 owner-occupied homes and the voluntary relocation of these participants in the city's target area. Home health and safety deficiencies will be eliminated, resulting in decent, safe, and affordable housing. Rehabilitation activities include, but are not limited to, electrical, plumbing, mechanical, siding, roofing, windows, and lead hazard reduction. Eligible households must meet the state of Iowa's Housing Fund income guidelines. The home to be rehabilitated must be the occupant's principal residence, and property insurance on the home is required. Maximum federal dollars to be spent per home for rehabilitation costs is $24,999 plus $7,500 per house for lead hazard reduction. The federal funds utilized for rehabilitation will be secured with a 5-year forgivable loan. And that's all.
Okay, thank you very much
you.
for coming tonight and for your help in preparing it.
Absolutely.
It's great assistance. Hearing and seeing no other public hearing comments, I'm going to close the public hearing and consider a resolution authorizing the application.
Resolution authorizing and directing the mayor to sign, execute, and submit an application and associated documents for funding via the Community Development Block Grant Housing Rehabilitation Program is introduced for adoption by Councilmember Hof, weighing in at, and seconded by.
Second. Okay, seconded by Gill. Discussion?
I would just point out that the map that was referenced is essentially south side of Holiday Road to the interstate from Valley View to East View. So
Okay.
that's the general neighborhood area.
Thank you, Kelly. Any other comments? Roll call.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Hope.
Aye.
Resolution passes all ayes with Gross and Goodrich absent. Item 6 is a motion to receive and place on file the fiscal year 2016 audit report. I'll mention that this audit can be viewed on our city website, which is www.coralville.org, and copies are available at the public library and the city hall after the council approves it. And then at the next council meeting, our auditor will be here to go into more detail to discuss it.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Gill, seconded by Dodds. Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes, all ayes. Item 7 is Lot 2 Iowa River Landing Part 5. And item A is a third and final consideration of an ordinance that will facilitate the rezoning of Lot 2 in the IRL and to CPUD2, and the site plan is for a 4-story mixed-use building with underground parking. And level 1 to contain commercial space, and 2 through 4 will be a total of 38 residential units. This is the Watts project that is essentially just east of his current building and across the roundabout from Back Pocket.
Ordinance number 2016-1021, an ordinance amending the Coralville zoning ordinance, the same being ordinance number 664, as previously amended, rezoning certain property located within the corporate limits of the city of Coralville, Johnson County, Iowa, and generally known as Lot 2, Iowa River Landing, Part 5, from CPUD 1 Commercial Plan Unit Development 1 District to CPUD 2 Commercial Plan Unit Development 2 District, is introduced for adoption for final consideration and formal passage by Councilmember Gill, seconded by.
Second.
Second by Dodds. Discussion. Roll call.
Dodds.
Aye.
Hope.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye. Passes its third and final consideration with Goodrich and Gross absent. Item B is a resolution approving the site plan for this project.
Resolution approving the PUD-B site plan for Lot 2, Iowa River Landing, Part 5, Coralville, Iowa, introduced for adoption by Councilmember Dodd, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Hope. Discussion? Roll call.
Hope.
Aye.
Gill. Aye. Dodds.
Aye.
The resolution passes all ayes with Goodrich and Gross absent. Item 8A is a resolution to fix a date of a meeting which is proposed to take action to enter into a general obligation urban renewal lease purchase agreement in a principal amount not to exceed $4,500. And action is for the eventual purchase of approximately 16,000 square feet of retail commercial space on the first floor of the building that we just authorized. This public hearing will be on January 10th.
4,500.
4,500,000. Did I say 4,000?
I'm all for that.
Okay, 4,500,000.
I don't think he's going to go for it.
Just a slight, a few decimal points. I'm seeing that decimal point in my
The banker guy caught it.
It's all right, John.
January 10th is the public hearing. Okay.
I'll slip it in at 450.
Okay.
Resolution to fix a date of a meeting at which it is proposed to take action on the proposal to enter into a general obligation urban renewal lease purchase agreement in the principal amount of not to exceed $4,500,000, introduced for adoption by Councilmember Hof, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Gill. Any discussion? Roll call.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Holt.
Aye.
Resolution passes all ayes with Gross and Goodrich absent. Item 9 is a land and park revitalization plan, and this is setting a public hearing in the proposed land and park revitalization project for January 10th. This is required in order for the Coral Ridge Apartments project to receive their tax exemptions.
Resolution setting a public hearing on the Lantern Park Urban Revitalization Plans, introduced for adoption by Councilmember Gill, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Dodds. Discussion? Roll call.
Dodds.
Aye.
Holt.
Aye.
Gill.
Resolution approved all ayes with Goodrich and Gross absent.
Yeah, you will start to see, this action will result in them closing on the project in January, actually the week of the 10th. They'll immediately start doing work in January, so you'll start to see activity occurring there
Great.
relatively quickly, and they said they'll be done in a year.
Yeah, they basically, they pushed it back to like February of next year, but they think they're going to be done by the end of the calendar year.
Wow.
That's good.
I think they want to be rented up by January, February of next year.
Probably. Item 10, 212 Fifth Street modifications. Item A is to approve a pay estimate, number 2 final to All American Concrete for $23.75. I got that one right.
Second.
Okay, moved by Dodd, seconded by Hope. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed? It's approved. Item B is a resolution accepting the modifications as complete.
So move. Second. Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
might want to read it first.
Yeah.
Resolution accepting the 212 Fifth Street modifications as completed, introduced for adoption by Councilmember Dodds, seconded by.
Second.
Second by Gill. Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's a resolution.
Oh,
Holt.
Aye.
Gill.
I'm just out of sync tonight. There's no doubt about it. Okay, resolution passes all ayes with Gross and,
Aye.
Okay, I was waiting for him. I didn't know if he said something or not. I'm waiting for Jim.
enough. Let's just start over.
yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Okay. Take a deep breath. It's just like when you're recording a commercial or something at the radio station. You can always start over. Workforce Housing Tax Credit Program. This is considering a resolution to support the application of the Crossing Development Incorporated for funding via the Workforce Housing Tax Credit Program. It's pledging $1,000 per unit of monetary or in-kind support for the Crossing Commons 26-unit building on the northwest corner of Kennedy Parkway and Camp Cardinal Boulevard.
Resolution of support of the application of the Crossing Development LC for funding via the Workforce Housing Tax Credit Program and pledging city monies for the same is introduced for adoption by Councilmember Hof, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Dodds. Discussion. Roll call.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Holt.
Aye.
Okay, resolution's approved all ayes with Goodrich and Gross absent. Item 12 is the Iowa River Landing District. This is considering a resolution to approve the First Amendment to that certain declaration of easements, covenants, conditions, and restrictions, which will allow the city to collect common area maintenance fees from the individual commercial tenants on those parking areas where the customers of these tenants are intended to park.
Resolution approving the First Amendment to that certain declaration of easements, covenants, conditions, and restrictions is introduced for adoption by Councilmember Gill, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Hoft. Discussion?
Yeah, you can basically think, these are the protective covenants basically for the IRL. If you have your house, you know what those are. So that's a fancy term name for it, but that's basically what it is.
So it's not just Von Mauer, it's all.
It applies to everything north of 9th Street.
Good. Everyone pays their fair share.
Everybody pays their fair share.
Roll call.
Dodds.
Aye.
Hope.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Resolution is approved, all ayes, with Gross and Goodrich absent. Item 13 is redevelopment agreement. It's a resolution approving a redevelopment agreement by and between the City of Coralville, Watts Development Group, Hawkeye Ready Mix, Randy Ward, and Paul Zakar for the redevelopment of the former Brisky site and adjacent properties.
Resolution approving a redevelopment agreement by and between the City of Coralville, Watts Development Group, Hawkeye Ready Mix, Inc., Randy Ward, and Paul Zakar for redevelopment of the former Brisky site and adjacent properties is introduced for adoption by Councilmember Dodd, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Hoft. Discussion? Roll call.
Hope.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Resolution is approved, all ayes, with Goodrich and Gross absent. Item 14 are the annual boards and commission appointments. I have made the following recommendations, and if the council's okay, I'll just read through them quickly, and then you can just make a motion to approve all of them if you see fit. For the Board of Adjustment, and I should mention that all of these appointments end December 31st of the length of the term. So for the Board of Adjustment, I would reappoint Sherry Nicola, and that's a 5-year term ending in 2021. Arts Commission, reappoint the following 3: Ann Burton, Carrie Hutchins-Witt, and John Weber. Those are 3-year terms ending in 2019. For the Broadband Telecommunications Commission, I would reappoint Bill McDowell and appoint new Andrew Cutter and Anthony Wild, and those are 3-year terms ending in 19. To the Civil Service Commission, reappoint Joshua Schamberger to a 6-year term ending in 2022. Library Board of Trustees, reappoint Keith Jones and Shaner Magal.
Yeah.
That one.
Shaner. Everybody knows Shaner.
Yep. To a 6-year term ending in 2022. And on Parks and Recreation Commission, reappoint Eve Casserly, Fred Fevold, and Marty Mount to 3-year terms ending in 19. And on Planning and Zoning, reappoint Lynn Schneider and appoint new Megan Foster and Fong Young Nguyen to 5-year terms ending in 21. Entertain a motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Gill, seconded by Hoft. Discussion? I just mentioned that thank you for everyone that applied. There were a few applicants that we didn't have enough slots to fill. So thank you, and keep trying, and maybe next time there'll be enough slots and you can serve. It's a great way to get involved in the city. Thanks to all those that reapplied for your continued involvement. And I'll mention that since we went through this process, we had one resignation on the Board of Adjustment. So we have an applicant, and that person will be, I'll make the recommendation to appoint him at the next council meeting. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Motion carries. I'd entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar as presented or amended.
Move to approve the consent calendar, items A through W inclusive. Second.
Moved by Gill, seconded by Hof. Discussion? Roll call.
Hope.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Okay, consent calendar is approved, all ayes. City Administrator report.
Yeah, I'd just like to let everybody from the public know that on January 13th, which is a Friday, from 4 to 6 o'clock p.m., we will be having an open house here at City Hall in the council chambers for the police chief candidates. And so would encourage people, it'll be a very informal session, an opportunity to meet all the candidates in the same evening. So just hope that lots of people from the community can come out that night to meet them, and we'll have an opportunity to give feedback as well. And then just wish everyone the best for 2017.
Okay. Thank you, Kelly. Mayor's report. I think to be safe, I should keep this pretty short. But I do want to give a shout out and get well wishes for a fast recovery to our police chief, Barry Bedford, who had some surgery and is home recovering from that for a while. If the public didn't see it, in Saturday's Cedar Rapids Gazette, there was a really nice article on Chief Bedford and his retirement, and you could still see that online if you search for it. And other than that, I too would just like to wish everybody a happy 2017. Look forward to it. City Attorney's report.
I would report on a serious note that I had a family Christmas party at the old town hall a week ago Sunday, a week ahead of time, really, that bitter cold day. Went over great, 30-some people, there was room and tables and everything worked out real well. Hy-Vee catered it and we had a good time. There was a lot of positive comments and compliments, but one negative was that the people that had to walk across the creek and everything to park there from the, so we might consider that. There's a need for parking space there. That's all I have, Kevin.
I just wish everybody a safe and happy new year. Hopefully 2016 will bring better news to a lot of people who passed away in 2016 that were kind of shocking. So,
Thank you, Kevin. Don? Committee and council members report. Bill, you're down there by yourself. We can start with you.
Thanks, Mayor. Just Happy New Year to everyone. Get better soon, Chief. That's all I
Okay.
have.
Tom?
I'd just like to say wish everybody a happy new year, happy and safe new year.
Very good. And Jill?
I have to say happy birthday to my son Stefan today.
Oh, great.
And I'll also say a happy, healthy 2017. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved by Gill, seconded by Hope. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much.